Hey guys, Intel 25 here. Welcome back to my channel. I kind of want to talk about Red Dead Redemption, the game. As you can see, I got the physical copy. The physical copy took a little bit late to come out. I didn't want to download it. I wanted the physical copy of the game, and that's how I'm pretty much against digital game, but for a certain reason. As some of you may know, my thing is I kind of wanted to touch base on, like I said, Red Dead Redemption, and is it still worth it in 2023? It came out on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 at the time, and it was that's the only system that it came out for. They haven't released it anytime soon for the newer console. So if you want to kind of play it for the newer console, you basically were stuck with the 360 version. So basically, if you have an Xbox Series X and S, you can play the game relatively on the system if you have the 360 version of the game. So kudos, like I said, to Xbox on them for making the game backward compatible. The problem is with PlayStation, they brought the game to PlayStation 3, but it was never relatively released for the backward compatibility, of course, like Xbox. If you kind of wanted to play the game, they had a service out which we all know how Sony is. As much as I like Sony and I'm a big fan of Sony, but the problem is as much as I like them, they make bad business practices, and I have stated this before on several of my videos and stuff of how the companies make bad business practices. One of the things that was Red Dead Redemption. I kind of wanted the Red Dead Redemption on the PC because they got Red Dead Redemption 2 on there. So I kind of wanted to play the first game before the second game, but they never relatively released it. But luckily the second game was just basically a how can you say, it was a prequel to the first game. So to this game, this is the first time we've actually got on the Nintendo Switch, this game or whatever. Let me see, hold on. Create a save, okay. Sorry about that, I had to read that. It's relatively sad that they never released it, re-released it on the PlayStation store, on the PlayStation game, on the store or whatever, on the shop. So this is the first time the Nintendo Switch has it. If I wanted to play it, my take, I'd rather play it on the Nintendo Switch, which is what I got. Can it run on the Nintendo Switch? Very much. I like how they cleaned it up. I like what they did with it. And this is the game that I feel is going to be one of those games where it's going to be very hard to get. It was very hard to get on the Nintendo Switch. So the only way to get this game physically, if you wanted again to own it physically, you would have to buy it on the Nintendo Switch. I did do some digging around, and unfortunately it's not on the PlayStation 5. Why? I don't know. Like I said, that's very poor business practice on Sony's part, because they want you to sign up for their online service, which is not very good per se. I'll be honest with you. I don't like signing up for any kind of services as far as Microsoft and as far as PlayStation. I don't like signing up any of the services because I personally don't believe in paying for an online service that should be free within the game just to play some kind of multiplayer game. like I said, to me, it's bad business practice, and it's how they try to get money out of the consumer. On PC, where some of you guys do not know, if you want to play any kind of multiplayer game, they're free on PC. So, if you want to play the multiplayer game on the Switch, it's only $20 a year, which isn't bad. So, I don't like paying for it, but it's pretty reasonable price for what they're asking. So this game is it's a really 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 good game. Follow up. This is the first game. It's really really good. I never beat it due to my game data got corrupted a while back on the PlayStation 3, so I pretty much never wanted to start over after, because once your data deleted, it's like, well, why do you want to start over? You pretty much just lost all that time and lost all that. I lost all that time and into that game, and it's like, why do you want to play it after you done lost it? Invested so much time. It's like your time was just basically wasted. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do. Comment down below whether you guys have lost game data before and have you started over right after it was deleted, or did you just say, well, forget it, I'm just gonna wait till later on when I do feel I have the drive to play it again. So I kind of want to get my thoughts on this game particularly, which I think it still holds up today. Yeah, the graphics are not up to Red Dead Redemption 2, but the game is still relatively good, and I like how Rockstar handled this port to the Nintendo Switch. It's amazing what they can do. So remember I said in a couple of my other videos that if any game, basically the Nintendo Switch can handle any game from the PlayStation 3 era and the 360 era, because relatively it has a better processor and GPU into the Nintendo Switch. Some may not think so, but it does. And for this game to run really really well on the Nintendo Switch, I'm amazed at what they did with it. It's awesome. I like the company that ported it over did a really awesome job to it. I am not disappointed. I'm very very happy as you can see the grin on my face and everything. So pretty awesome. I think the game is at 30 frames per second, which is kind of a downside, but I think at those games at that time pretty much were 30 frames on the 360 and the PC. I'm sorry, not PC, the 360 and the PS4, PS3, PS3. I would think that you could have put it at 60 frames per second. 60. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, at least they got the game running on the Nintendo Switch. It actually came out on the Nintendo Switch, a physical copy, modern console. So if you want to play this, I consider the Nintendo Switch as a modern console. Even though it's relatively behind the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, I think that this game is relatively really really good. So let's see here. Let me turn down the volume here because I don't want it overshadowing my voice, and it probably is. So we're gonna turn the music volume down. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So relatively, this game, they kind of clean it up. As you can see, it does look a lot better than it did on the PS3. But I remember playing on the PS3, and you could tell when it was kind of grimy on the graphic. I tried to load up on the PS3 because I still have a PS3, and I tried to play it one day, and the graphics were really really grimy, and trying to play it on a 4K TV wasn't good. So it looked very very bad, so I couldn't really play it. So for them to have this as a physical copy on the Nintendo Switch, I'm really happy for it. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this. So I'm a big Rockstar fan. I do like their games and stuff. I just wish that back in the day, you could get almost a Grand Theft Auto game every year, maybe 2 years. Now it's like they like these companies that just trying to stick with one game and hope it works, and it's like they kind of running out of fresh ideas, which some of these games are, and that's unfortunate. Where I say they're kind of running out of ideas and stuff, so they kind of bring out or rehash the old game. So it's kind of like the movie industry, where Marvel, the Marvel, we'll use the Marvel movie as an example, where the Marvel movies are good. Don't get me wrong, but now since they're bringing out the new Marvel movies, they're kind of downhill, basically. They're not really good per se, so that's basically what I'm looking at video games as well. Not all video games, but some video games, and they kind of do a lazy port just to bring it out. One of the games I do want to cover, which I will, stay tuned on one of those videos, will be the Metal Gear remake. Not remake, but the re-release. So I kind of want to cover that. So stay tuned to that video. I will be doing the video on that. Uh, so let's get started. I kind of want to show how this game are. I like what they did with it. They did, like I said before, they did clean it up. Looks a heck of a lot better. If I can't be any happier than now I can finally play this game portable now. So if I go on a train, whenever I get it ready, take a trip, go see family. We all have family that live out of state. So once I go see family and stuff like that, eventually I could take it on the go. Or if I'm at work and I take it, if I'm at work, I can go ahead and just play it on the go while I'm at work. So I think that's really good at what they did. So, and like I said, it's not Red Dead Redemption 2 material. Of course, this game came out way before Red Dead Redemption 2. For those who have played this game on the 360 and PS3, comment down below. I want to know which one. I want to know which system you guys played this game on. I played it on the PS3 at the time. Now I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch. So kudos to that. You guys already know how Red Dead it is. Who hasn't played it. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you basically played Red Dead Redemption 1. So this game is really good. I love what they did. Awesome. Like I said, they cleaned it up. It looks way better than it did when I tried to load it up on the PS3. Really good. So I'm actually looking forward to the next Red Dead Redemption game, which is Red Dead Redemption 3.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
One thing I kind of would like to see, which I can honestly say I would like to see, which is they're gonna have to cut some corners, which I already know. Which they're gonna have to cut some corners, which is Red Dead Redemption 2, which we all would love to see Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Nintendo Switch. And unfortunately, we already know how that's gonna play out, where they have to cut corners just to make sure it runs. If not, that probably end up being a cloud-based game. Unfortunately, that's how some of these games are. That's why hopefully when Nintendo bring out the next console, that it's going to be a lot more powerful. But I don't think I think hopefully they come out with a home console where it won't eat up the battery, so they're not making any compromises on the battery. So let's get going over this guy here.
Alrighty, Mr. Marsman, let's get.
You can kind of see little dips here and there. So, I'm used to the controls on PlayStation, so okay.
No need to kick up a lot of dust.
Oh, hey, R. Okay, so you hit R to stop your horse. Okay, cool.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
Like, this is just amazing. It feels back that, it brings back that nostalgia feeling. That's the reason why I'm kind of liking it so much, because it brings back the nostalgia feeling of when I bought it on the PlayStation 3 at the time. I paid, I think, $50 for it at the time. And for this game, they just recently brought the game out. So,
I'm looking for an old
like I said, the physical copy took a little bit to come out. They already had a digital, and I know a lot of people were playing the digital copy, which, you know, I pretty much bring my games out, or my reviews, or what my thoughts are on the game, and is it worth it in 2023. The reason why I'm kind of doing this game is because this game is a re-release, so it's not basically the same game. It's not like a brand new game that just came out. So that's why I'm kind of doing it. If this game is worth it in 2023, and yes, this game is worth it in 2023. If you can pick this up, go for it. 10 out of 10. Definitely, this is something if you want to take portable on the plane, if you're on a train, if you're in a car ride, like going those long car rides. This is something you can play in relatively, or if you're in that hotel, or you know, you can take it with you anywhere you go. That's why whenever I pretty much prefer the Nintendo Switch over, I know they have like the Xbox and the PlayStation out, but I prefer, honestly, I really do prefer the Nintendo Switch. I know the graphics are not like Xbox and PlayStation, or what is it? What's another game? Steam Deck. That's another one. I know it's not graphically powerful, but just for them to have like certain games on there just run and it's portable, I think Nintendo Switch knocked it out of the ballpark with the Nintendo Switch, honestly, and I think that's one of their best things they've ever done. And for them to release this game on the Nintendo Switch, to give us Nintendo Switch players a chance to play this game, I really recommend them, and they did an awesome job. I say Nintendo did an awesome job, and they can actually, you can see that where they actually care about the fan. You know, I did a review on Mario Wonder. Well, not a review, but per se talking about the game, and I do think that Mario Wonder is a really good game, and they really took deep care and thought into Mario Wonder, which I do have a video down below. So if you want to check that out, I do have the Mario Wonder game on that one. Another game you guys want to check out that I do have on there is Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I gave that game a 10 out of 10. So if you guys want to check out that video, really good game, really awesome. Pick it up. It's 10 out of 10. You can't get anything wrong with that. You get hundreds of hours out of that one. Same as Red Dead Redemption here. You get hundreds of hours out of it. It's not an RPG, but the map is relatively big, and you can do a lot of things. And you guys know how Rockstar handle Grand Theft Auto. You know, they handle their franchises as far as Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption. You kind of know where their games are and where it leads you. So I cannot sit here and stress this enough. This game is worth picking up in 2023. A lot of you may not know that it was a physical copy that came out, so which I'm going to show you and to verify. This is the physical copy. Yes, I got a physical copy of this game. So if you want it physically, you can probably pick it up on Amazon. or you can probably pick it up on eBay if somebody's selling it. Because to be honest with you, this is going to be one of the games where you're not going to be able to get your hands on once it sell out, because this is the Nintendo Switch version, and when the Nintendo Switch version games comes out, they relatively sell out, and they're really hard to get your hands on, per se. And it's easy to get a hold of a digital copy. Relatively easy to get a hold of a digital copy. Of course, all the eShops selling on it, so it's really easy to get it digitally. But the only game that was not really easy to get a hold of was Mario 3D All Star, which that's the only game I could see that was really hard now to get your hands on, if any of the games on Nintendo. But as far as this is going to be one of those games you want to pick up physically, because later on you're not going to find it. I promise you that. So that's why I ended up picking it up physically, because it's going to be one of those games down the line that you're going to be like kicking yourself in the pants, and you're going to miss out on it. Don't sleep on it. Pick it up as soon as possible if you can. If you already downloaded it, unfortunately, if you want a physical copy, go out and try to buy it, because I guarantee you don't want to miss out on it. So later on, if you want that physical collection in your library,
Let's go.
unfortunately, physical games are kind of going away a little bit, which is I'm gonna do another video on that. But physical games are kind of going away, and I see within the next console, maybe the next console wise, or maybe the one after that, they're going to be going digital. And you can already see where Microsoft and PlayStation
Bill, I've come for
are kind of going digital on their consoles and stuff like that, because relatively you don't have to pay money to have the disc or make any copies of the game on the disc, but it's nice to have that physical copy if you ever want to sell it. The downside to digital, which I'm against, which I have to download my games on PC, but digital you cannot sell them, you cannot trade them, or you cannot make any money. If you're looking to sell down the line, you cannot make any money off of it, unfortunately. So once you have that account, your account is yours, but you cannot sell your account, which that's unfortunate. That's how it is. That's how digital games work. But that's why I said this game, you can find this game relatively. You can find this game if you want to play it on the Xbox. You can find it on Amazon for like $20.
I implore you, think
honestly,
about
probably for PlayStation as well, 30, 20. This game was $50. Unfortunately, it was $50.
You always were one for fancy
But
words.
I didn't care because I want it on the Nintendo Switch. That's how I am. Because versus you playing on the
Now I'm in charge.
Xbox, what per se, you at home, but you can also play your
No
Nintendo
more
Switch
you.
at home on your TV as well. Depending on which model you get. If you get the
To go back and tell them
the light,
to
you
send
cannot.
someone
So
just a
that's
little bit more
per se, you cannot get that.
impressive next
If you want to
time.
play the light on your TV, you cannot. So you have to get the
Well.
OLED model or the version 2 Switch in order for you to play Grand Theft Auto or play Grand Theft Auto whatnot on your TV. So with that being said, I do think that this game is worth it in 2023. And like I said, I am really glad that they did release a physical copy. Like I said before, I am really glad, and I can't stress that enough, that they brought a physical copy out on the Nintendo Switch. So that is my take and my thought. And is it worth it in 2023? Yeah. If you haven't played this game, this is your chance to pick it up now. Like I said, if you can pick it up physically, please do. If you can pick it up, physical copy, please do. This is just one of those games where I think it's going to be very rare to get your hands on. And if you try to get a physical copy, like I tried to check GameStop like a couple of days ago, and they did not have any copies of this game. So unfortunate for me, and when I went to Walmart, they didn't have it. So lucky for me,
How do you feel?
GameStop called
I
me
don't know the
today,
polite word for it.
which
do.
they said I had my
Stupid is the word
version
we use
on
around
hold,
What
and they
were
still
you
had it. They still had my copy available, and they called me today to come pick it up. So
Well,
that's why
we'll be
I'm kind of
okay.
doing this
Once you didn't
video
die, the doctor
today.
said we'd be fine.
I
Got
didn't
bullets
get
out a
it the
couple
day
days
it was
ago.
released
Good.
because they did not
Cost
call
us
me
$15.
to let me know that the game was available
Sorry,
when
man.
it came out on release.
You let
So
me
I'm
there
sorry
and
about
die.
this. I'm sorry
Did
for
you
this
wanna die?
kind of late
I mean, was that it? Was that
review
why
per
you went
se,
straight out to Fort
but
Mercer and picked a fight with
I'm
the
reviewing
worst
it now,
bandit in the county?
and like I
To
said,
die,
10 out of
Mr.
10. Buy it
Mr. Marston.
straight out the door.
John
If you
Marston.
can't find it physically,
Rodney
of
McFarlane.
course they relatively
Yes.
have it
Bye.
on the eShop for download.
You may be right,
Um,
Mr. McFarland.
I think it's gonna be like
I don't know.
40, 50 bucks. I think
So
it
what
is.
were you doing?
If you want to
Trying
pick
to
it up
give
for
Mr.
cheaper,
Williamson a chance.
then
For old
I would
time's
say
sake.
Christmas time, with Christmas is around the corner, pretty soon
Long
here.
time ago.
I would
was
say
it
wait
like?
for the Christmas sale,
No.
and you could probably
Just
pick it up
like
for
you.
maybe about 20 bucks. You know, maybe $30, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? There's not gonna probably a big sale, but it probably about 20 to 35 bucks. So relatively. So,
What will you do now?
like I said, you can kind of see little dips here in the
Yeah, I'm
cutscenes
gonna
a little bit. Of
Take
course,
my
this is
time
an
and go
old
after the
game.
less kind
I'm not
Well, that
expecting
sounds very fun,
anything
Mr. Marston.
like dramatic or anything like that. It's just gonna be a
those penny
port.
dreadfuls my brother
So
used to read.
I'm not
Meanwhile, if
expecting
you'll
the game
excuse
to
me, I've got a
be
ranch to read.
top notch
For
or whatnot.
if you're
I'm
feeling better,
expecting
why
the
not take a
game.
ride with
You
me
know,
later,
you
help
can
you
kind of
control
see
the
where.
brain?
Oh, I'm sorry about
You can
that.
earn back some of
You
that
can
money
kind of
we
see
wasted
where
on
the
Starbucks.
frames a little bit.
Of course.
Look, it's a little wonky sometimes,
Thank you.
but you know,
Saved
it's the
my life.
Nintendo Switch. You know,
Next
but for
time,
this game to
Mr.
be
Marston,
portable
I strongly
and on the
recommend
go,
don't try to lose it quite
it is
so
worth
fast.
it is worth buying and
I'll bear that.
getting a hold of. Like I said, there's a lot. Like I said before, people out there have the digital copy of it. It's easy to get. It really is easy to get and easy to access because it's digital. But for the physical copy, as I said, I think it's going to be relatively hard to find because when I tried to go to GameStop, like I said, and I looked for it a couple times, luckily they had mine on hold. But when I looked down there a couple of times while I went to GameStop, when I went to go pick up Spider-Man and Mario Wonder, I didn't know the game had came out. So when I normally look at their pre-owned games, I should say, their pre-owned game, and I did not see Red Dead Redemption down there on their shelf. I did not see it at all. When I even went to Walmart, because I go to Walmart for shopping, and normally I'll go into their video game section just to check anything out. I didn't see Red Dead Redemption there either. So mind you, this is how long they said this game came out in October something like 15 or something like that. So they had it for quite a while. So that means that kudos to GameStop for holding on to my copy. I appreciate it. You know, I know you guys get a lot of backlash and stuff like that, and I know GameStop do get a lot of backlash for their game. But I believe that I know GameStop pretty bad at like when people want to trade their games in and stuff like that. They're pretty bad at it. Don't get me wrong. Don't ever trade your games into GameStop because you will get ripped off. But for relatively, I would say for the games like this, kudos for them holding on to my copy. They could have easily sold my copy, but they didn't. So kudos for them for holding on to my reservations for it. So like I said, this game is worth it. 10 out of 10. And like I said, if you can find it physical, please do buy it physically because it's going to be one of those games. I know you can buy this game on Xbox, or if you have it a PS3, I know it is. I know you can buy it there, but I honestly believe the Nintendo Switch version of it is going to be harder to find than it is the PlayStation 3 and the 360 version. Of course, the 360 and the PlayStation 3 version are still around. Of course, you can buy them on Amazon, third party, whatever. You can get it relatively cheap. And that was one of the things that people were complaining about is that this game is expensive for being an old game. Yes, I won't lie about that. Yes, I agree. It is. It should have been like at least $30. You know what I mean? Relatively, I believe that. Yeah, definitely. But I look at the portability. I look at the portability of the game, that you can take it on the go, and you can hook it to your TV. So I think paying that little extra money a little bit. I know people are like, well, you can buy it on the PlayStation, you can buy it on the Xbox for this amount of price, and it's still cheaper. Yeah, but can you take it on the go? That's the thing. Can you take it on a plane? Can you take it into, like, say, if you're stuck in an airport? And so we all been there when you're stuck in the airport for a whole night, for almost 24 hours, waiting on your flight, and you have nothing to do. But let's say, for instance, you want to play this game, you can't, because you have to wait till you get home to play this game. Where versus on the Nintendo Switch, you already have it, and you can play it and I think personally, you're paying for the portability of the game. So relatively, so is it worth it? Yes, definitely. Pick it up. 10 out of 10. Awesome. I can't stress this enough. You know, you get both versions. You get the Undead Nightmare added on. You get the DLC, the Undead Nightmare, and you get the normal game. So basically, you get all the DLC. You get the DLC, everything that was released on the 360 and the PS3, and you get it in one package for a really good price. So my thing is, in my personal opinion, do not listen to those other reviews out there like IGN and stuff like that. They're gonna tell you what they want, what you want, what they think they can, what their audience wants to hear, and they're not gonna give you an honest opinion. And you got most of YouTubers out there saying, "Oh well, why are you buying this game and it's not worth the price?" And there was a whole debacle about that, and people were just complaining about it. Well, why is this and why is that? Why is this expensive? This and why is this? Don't listen to them. It's your money. It's your money. Do what you want with it. You know what I mean? Don't ever let somebody tell you what you can and cannot buy. You're going to get a lot of people that's going to have their own opinion on what they think. Oh, well, you should buy this. I don't think you should buy that. Oh, well, this game is not worth it. And a lot of people were saying this game is not worth it because it's an old game. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I don't, because you're paying for the portability. This is the first time we've actually gotten this game on the Nintendo Switch. And like I said, I'm very happy with it, and I have no complaint. You know what I mean? Just to have this on the go. I mean, I kind of wish we could get not Grand Theft. We could get a Red Dead Redemption 2 portably. You know, they would probably have to do their own version or cut corners. I just don't want to hold Mortal Kombat 1 debacle, basically. We all know how that game was when it came out on the Switch, so I don't want a whole Nintendo Switch Mortal Kombat 1 debacle. But I would like to see Red Dead Redemption 2 if they have to cut a little bit of corners here and there just to get it running. I don't want to see it cloud-based, but I would like to see it work on the Nintendo Switch. One of the things I kind of wanted to bring up was the Grand Theft Auto trilogy that they brought out on the Nintendo Switch, which Rockstar, I'm not saying Rockstar was good. This is where they kind of redeemed themselves. This right here, this game, they kind of redeemed themselves, and I'm really happy for that. They did an awesome job with it. So I think they kind of earned some cool points back with them and stuff like that. They kind of lost it when they came out with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. You know, you had Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, and 3, I think it was. 3? Not for sure, but I know I wanted it on the Nintendo Switch. But I heard a whole thing they did with they messed up that port, and you have to, and then on the Nintendo Switch, you still have to download a good portion of the game, and those games were on the PS2. Okay, mind you, on the PS2. This game came out on the PS3, And look, they put the entire game, and I'm being truthful with you, they put the entire game, as you can see, they put this entire game on the card. On one card. So there is no download. You don't have to worry about downloading anything. This is on one card. I didn't have to update. Well, I had to update just to get it, like some kind of update or something, but we all know newer consoles does that. But to have this game on a whole full card by itself, working from the PS3 era, is really, really good. And they did mess it up with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, which, that would mind you, this game holds more data than the Grand Theft trilogy, you know, the Grand Theft 1, 2, and 3 trilogy. So for them to debacle that and then make that part of a download, it's kind of sucked. So this game right here, they did an awesome job. They did a good port. I like who ported it. Really, really good. Kudos. It was worth it. It is really, 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 really worth it. It's not a hit or miss. It really is a hit. Really, really a hit. So pick this game up. It is worth it. 10 out of 10. I keep saying that, and I do mean that. 10 out of 10. Even if you can't find it physically and you can download this game on the Nintendo Switch, do so. It is worth it, and it is worth it in 2023. Even though the graphics are not Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics, of course, I'm not expecting that because it's an old game. But it's still worth it. It is worth it, and get it ASAP, hands down. Like I said, don't listen to those people out there that is telling you, oh well, you should have bought it on the 360, or you should have bought it on, it's cheaper and stuff like that. Don't ever have people, like I said, tell you how you spend your money. You guys work hard for your money. You spend it however you want it. You know what I mean? You guys put in those long hours. You guys want to enjoy it. Just, you enjoy your money the way you see fit. So, kudos to this. I like how they like I said, let's get started on this. I like how they did the review. I like how they cleaned it up. It looks way, way better than when I tried to play it on the, PlayStation 3. Because I try to hook it up there, because you know you can hook it up to an HDMI. You know, PlayStation, I mean, the Nintendo Switch is HDMI. But for some odd reason, when I hooked it up for the PlayStation 3, it looked really grimy and bad. I just didn't understand that. You know, HDMI, I thought I was going to scale it. It was horrible. And I don't know why it looked the way it did, but what they did with this right here, from what I see, it looked cleaned up. They really cleaned this up, and you can see all the like dirt and everything. They left everything the same, the way it is from when I played it on the PlayStation 3. So, and to have this on the go when I want to go play it, or when I go visit family, or at work, or if I'm going to work and I can play it on my breaks, on my lunches and stuff like that, it's really, really good. So I say it's worth it. You know, yeah, you're going to get a few dips here and there, unfortunately. You know, you're going to get some dip. But it is what it is. But like I said, to have this game, for them to put The Witcher 3 on just one card and all the DLC included, that just tells you what the Nintendo Switch can do. So, worth it, get it. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. So,
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I'm gonna play this tonight, and I'm gonna really rock the heck out of it. So, this is something that I'm like, yeah, I am definitely going to be playing tonight. So, I am still waiting on the Spider-Man. I did say I want to get a hold of the Spider-Man. I did mention that. I'm just kind of waiting for the bugs to be fixed in the game, because there is a lot of bugs and glitches that we all know in the Spider-Man. So please bear with me on the review for the Spider-Man 2. But just bear with me. But there's a lot of bugs and glitches which I didn't kind of want to show on my channel. So relatively. So Sorry about that.
Get on your horse. We gotta move this along. Come
So
on, time
just
for you to
be
see
bear
what
with
we
me
can
on that.
do.
I will have that out soon. You know, I will give my thought on that and my opinion and stuff like that. It is worth it. That game is worth buying. So I just want to give my thought on it eventually. So that per se. Okay, so but as you can see, this
To
is
your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for
I
the
can't stress it
essentials.
enough. Like I said,
Very
10 out of 10.
convenient. I
10
don't
out of
think I've
10.
ever seen a
Go
ranch
for
with
it.
its own store
Pick it up.
before.
If you can find it physical, go for it. Find it physically if you can. If you get your hands on it, you know.
And here's the corral. This one's for the
So
horses.
that's my
What do you
thought
think?
and that's my take on it. Like I said, I apologize. This
I'm no
video went on
expert,
a lot longer than it
Certainly
need
looks
to,
like a
but
fine corral.
I just want to cover some key thoughts of how this game is and stuff. So
Now where'd you get
let's
such
get to
an
this
idea?
one area and then I'll
First
call the video.
impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
The one game I would like to see them bring out on the Nintendo Switch next, since they brought this one out, which is Grand Theft Auto 4. I would think Grand Theft Auto 4 would definitely play on the Nintendo Switch. So I would love to see that. So if they can bring that out on the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo, if you can bring that out, that'd be awesome. You know, that'd be one game I would like to play on the Nintendo Switch. It would definitely run on the Nintendo Switch. So
Well, are we going inside?
but I could see the details and everything
How about
is
a
better
cold
than,
drink,
like I
Mr.
said, it's
Marston?
better looking than it
Thank
was
you, ma'am.
on the
Get shot that
PS3.
riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
You know, and I don't think on the Nintendo, I don't think on
Come on
the
I'll show you the house and then
Xbox,
you can
everybody's
sit
saying
for a
it's
while.
cheaper,
Thank you.
which I believe that, but I do think that this will look better cleaned up than it did on the Xbox. Don't quote me on that,
Mr. Marston,
but that's what I think, that the
remember
game
me
probably
telling you
looks a
about the
lot
trouble
better
we've been
on
having
here
with rustlers
than it
and
does
other
on the
undesirables?
Xbox
I do.
and definitely
Will you
on the
help me keep watch on
PS3.
the property
So,
line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just
like
who
I said, you get a few
trespassing on
dips
our
here
land.
and there, but for the most part, it is
Fine.
definitely worth it. Like I
Come,
said,
let's head out.
you just pick it up
She's really
if you
beautiful
can.
around this time.
Oh. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it the video here.
Come on,
So,
then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
relatively, but I played a little bit of it. I did my little rant, my little talk, whatever. So, yeah, alright. So, like I said, like and subscribe if you like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see more Red Dead Redemption, let me know.
Follow me.
Like and subscribe. I would like to hear your thoughts and stuff if you picked this up already, or if you want to get the physical copy of this game, or you can just play the PS3 version or play the
Thank you, Mr.
360
Marston.
version of
I
it.
feel a lot
You know,
happier
just let me know.
knowing
I would like to know your guys' comment down there below of
Well, with your
do you
trigger
think
itch
this
and my
game is
feminine
worth it,
intuition,
and
we
should you
make
pick it up?
quite a team.
So that's my thought and take. So you guys stay awesome out there. Be safe. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Stay awesome and see you guys later.
Look, those damn rabbits are